Intrigue and adventure. Black Rain. They're simply the best movies. HBO. The following movie is rated R. Stars, the biggest hits, HBO, simply the best movies. An offbeat family, Dustin Hoffman, Sean Connery, Matthew Broderick. It's really a crime. Family business. Vincent Gardenia, Peter Boyle, Ned Beatty, the HBO original, The Tragedy of Flight 103. Richard Gere, Andy Garcia. Scandal and corruption run rampant inside Internal Affairs. Next, Patrick Swayze, Liam Neeson. Revenge isn't so sweet for Next of Kin. They're simply the best movies. HBO. The following movie is rated R.
Love, sex, work, and parenthood. Don't miss HBO's sexy hit comedy series about life in the 90s. Dream On, next on HBO.
A Vietnam veteran haunted by his memories of war. A young girl longing to learn more about the father she never knew.
Don't even know how he died.
Ain't never gonna understand it.
Well, I want to know about it.
From the director of Moonstruck, Bruce Willis. Emily Lloyd, In Country. Premieres Saturday on HBO. The best movies.
People must know the truth.
There's a journey to be taken that will lead us so deeply, so unflinchingly, into the tragically divided heart of South Africa.
Just because you haven't seen it before doesn't mean it hasn't always existed.
With memorable performances by an all-star cast. A Dry White Season premieres Sunday, October 28th on HBO.
In November, HBO brings home the brightest stars, the biggest hits. HBO, the best movies. Godfathers of Funny, Richard Pryor and Eddie Murphy.
We got so much in common.
Team up for laughs in the jazzy crime comedy Harlem Nights.
You gotta stop overreaction.
The best.
What about me?
Jeff and Bo Bridges star with Michelle Pfeiffer in the hit romantic comedy The Fabulous Baker Boys. The best.
I can give the president Japan.
From the director of The Killing Fields,
I can't work on this anymore.
Paul Newman heads an all-star cast in the riveting historical drama Fat Man and Little Boy. The best.
People whom I did not know accused me of collaboration and worse.
George C. Scott, Diane Lane, and Eric Roberts.
You are a murderer.
In the HBO original movie Descending Angel. And it's nothing but the best in December with Look Who's Talking and National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. HBO, the best movies.
Nearly 2 decades after America's involvement ended in the Vietnam War, filmmakers continue to explore the deep conflicting emotions felt by a nation still healing. In Country focuses on the homeland survivors, the veterans, family, and children of those who fought and died.
God, you meant everything. You were just a country boy. You never knew me.
Based on the acclaimed 1985 novel by Bobby Ann Mason, In Country stars British teenager Emily Lloyd as Samantha and Bruce Willis as her Uncle Emmett, a Vietnam veteran.
I think it was a very interesting viewpoint to try and revisit the war through the eyes of a girl who had no experience with it, who didn't watch the news every night.
Well, can you tell me how he died? Oh, they don't tell you that, Sam.
You ain't never gonna understand it. You don't want to.
Well, I want to know about it.
Emmett really doesn't want to think about the war. He doesn't really want to deal with those emotions. He really he shut himself off and kind of built this, wall around himself to insulate himself from those emotions. And it's Sam who kind of chips at that wall, and as we see in the film, at a certain point, all of his emotions come, spilling out of him. When everybody you care about, even just a little, gets killed, one after the other, or sometimes just in a big pile of broken bones and blood and guts. Well, after a while, you just don't care anymore. Because if you let yourself care, if you let yourself make a friend, then that person's going to get killed too. So after a while, you just quit feeling.
With Sam's help, Emmett begins to heal the deep wounds of Vietnam. Together, their search for truth and understanding leads them to the Vietnam Veterans Memorial in Washington, D.C. For Bruce Willis and the film's director, Norman Jewison, filming at the memorial wall was a very emotional experience.
There's a very powerful feeling of reverence at that wall. It's a very hallowed place. It's a very sad place, but I think it's a place to leave your sadness, almost as if it's a threshold.
It touched me deeply, and I went to the wall, and there I was going through all kinds of emotions, and I found myself weeping, and I wondered why, and so I guess out of curiosity, I decided that I had to deal with the subject, but I hope that this film is a healing film about Vietnam.
This month on HBO.
Love, sex, work, and parenthood. Don't miss HBO's sexy hit comedy series about life in the 90s. Dream On, next on HBO.
Never tell anyone your sins.
No one am arrested.
Are you crazy? He's a priest.
Oh, yeah, he's a priest. He's a priest who hurt my son.
Your Excellency, I need your permission to instruct the lawyers to pursue an immediate and secret settlement. Do you want to leave the church?
No, but I think it has left me, Father.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God, I'm sorry. Tell the truth, Bobby. You made it all up in you. Come on.
Judgment, this month on HBO.
It was a day like any other day.
You promise you won't say anything?
They were friends like any other friends.
Is it real? My dad got it last week.
But before the day was over,
So what's the deal? It's not loaded.
something terrible would happen.
Free.
And tomorrow would never be the same. Gunplay, the last day in the life of Brian Darling. A must-see program that could save your child's life. Tuesday on HBO.
Hi, I'm Ann Neville for HBO Entertainment News. Comedian Chevy Chase is in the hot seat this week. Chase was roasted by his show business peers at the New York Friars Club annual celebrity luncheon. Among the stars invited to hurl colorful comments at Chase were Dan Aykroyd, Paul Newman, and Robert De Niro.
They owe me. They're here to repay me for one thing or another. Paul Newman, Bob De Niro. I don't know what I've done for Bob, but for Paul, there was a thing we did.
Chase joins a long list of past celebrity roastees, including Bruce Willis, Rich Little, and Jerry Lewis. Coming in February, HBO viewers will see a first-time ever musical biography on the life of the renowned star Josephine Baker. The HBO original movie stars Lynn Whitfield as the singer who left America for Paris in the 1920s and went on to become an international celebrity. In New York, Lynn Whitfield was recently guest of honor at the National Coalition of 100 Black Women's Biennial Convention. Whitfield spoke with noted author Maya Angelou about her role in the film.
After the process and I realized that the part was mine, I then got this, flushed with fear, my God. Dancing topless, my God. Kissing this white man, what are they going to say?
HBO viewers will get a chance to see this exclusive musical biography when it airs on HBO in February. And something was certainly cooking at New York's Plaza Hotel as Beverly Sills, Barbara Walters, and Ivana Trump played hostess to a group of celebrity chefs.
I do how to cook Italian pasta. It's the only thing. No meat, no chicken, no fish. A vegetarian.
Celebrities competed with their own favorite recipes as part of a fundraiser for the March of Dimes Birth Defects Foundation.
What can be more important than trying to make these children happy and healthy? Besides that, it's one of the few charity events that's really fun.
I go all around the country, though, and fundraise for them, so I visit maybe 15 other gourmet galas, which is why I'm always dieting. But
culinary delights, sampled by the distinguished panel of judges, included Texas-style cooking from columnist Liz Smith and cinnamon toast from Joan Rivers, who got a few needed cooking tips before the event.
The B on the oven does not stand for burn. You have to remember that. And little tricks, but it's good.
Although the emphasis of the evening was on good food and good fun, hostess Ivana Trump says the flames of competition were just as hot.
It's a lot of spirit in here. And you see the celebrities, and they're having good time, too. And it's a little bit of the competition. Don't think that there is not. There is a lot of competition between all the celebrities to win the prizes. So the whole combination just works so well.
Grand prize winners for the night included Brooke Shields, designer Oscar de la Renta, and Tatum O'Neal. The evening raised over $600,000 for the March of Dimes. I'm Ann Neville for HBO Entertainment News.
On the next episode of Dream On, can Martin Tupper face life without coffee?
There's a pool on the 3rd floor, says you won't last a week. My personal opinion is you'll be sucking whole beans by the end of the day. Would you like some coffee?
About some coffee.
Moreover, can he face life without youth?
I don't think we should be doing this. Why not? I'm old enough to be your father's young friend. Age has nothing to do with it. It's the performance that counts.
Dream On, coming up next on HBO.
On the next First and 10, Mac pops the big question.
What do you say? Let's tie the knot.
So the boys decide it's party time.
You want the bulls to pay for you to get drunk. Hire strippers, watch porno movies, and make pigs of yourselves?
That's right. But does the party get out of hand?
Crispy, listen, there is a logical explanation here.
Don't bother. Are we finished?
First and 10, in your face. A new episode premieres Wednesday. On the next HBO Comedy Hour, Blake Clark complains a lot, like about being a parent.
I spent like 3 weeks child-proofing my home. They still get in.
About popular misconceptions.
People think somebody who's bisexual in the South is a guy that likes both sheep and cattle. Okay, I'm not right.
And about those annoying car signs.
Baby on board. Oh, great, you reproduced. Gonna be more idiots out there in town.
Watch Blake Clark. You're right. I'm sorry. Premieres Saturday on HBO.
Real people
She says, you never did that. I turned around and said, Mother, you never caught me.
Real 90s.
I hope it felt half as good for you.
Real sex.
Hot, real hot. The greatest thing about sex. Oh, the pleasure.
Good morning.
Premieres Tuesday, November 13th on HBO.
HBO, simply the best. Remember being in school? The stuffy classrooms, the dull lectures. Remember the one subject they didn't teach you? But teaching the birds and the bees is one of the joys of dadhood.
Wait. Why is this my job?
Can he do it?
I'm embarrassed to talk to him.
Will he do it?
How cool.
And most importantly, can he come up with the answers?
Do you masturbate?
What?
Dream on. Watch it with someone you love.
The California Bulls are back with a vengeance for a season to be remembered. Catch an all-new episode of First and 10 in Your Face, next on HBO. On the next HBO Comedy Hour, Blake Clark is welcomed by the city of Cleveland.
Cleveland, Ohio, home of the Cleveland Indians. Hey, great seats, huh? Hey, I tell you, they treat me great in this